All right, everybody, welcome back. Yesterday's video was going back to green, and I think I'm going to keep that theme. I think as this has evolved, I found a way that we can kind of make this something to help people get back home. All right, you're home physically, but you're not back home mentally. A lot of us suffered things. Like I said, I didn't have it as bad as a lot of people, but I did go through my trials and tribulations in OIF2 and Desert Storm. And for those of you who don't know, my name's John DeRusso. I'm retired. I did about 7 tours altogether, starting in Desert Storm, all the way to Afghanistan, Iraq. Kosovo was peacekeeping mission, but yet and still, I still suffer some of the ill effects of combat experience and exposure. So, with that being said, yesterday it came to me that a lot of us are in amber status, and then those of you who aren't in the military, I'll kind of bring you up to speed on it real quick, like in case you're watching this to try to help your son or try to help your spouse to try to reach out to him. There's 3 weapon statuses. You have green, amber, and red. Green is no magazine in the weapon, weapon unsafe. Amber, magazine in the weapon, weapon unsafe. Red, magazine in the weapon, round chambered, weapon unsafe. You're ready to go at a drop of a hat when you're on red. And why I say that is so many of us came back from combat and we're stuck in amber status. And the bad thing about being stuck in amber status is you're only 1 second away from going red or green. And a lot of times, because the way we've been rewired for combat, we go straight to red. So what I want to try to do is get us back to green. The military doesn't have time to try to help to rewire you, so they want to just medicate you and just put a blank adapter on the end of you instead of clearing the weapon the way it should be. So building on clearing a weapon, I want to try to help us to get home. Your body's made it home. Your mind is still in the desert somewhere or somewhere in Iraq, waiting in that longest manifest ever to get on a plane and come home. The real you is still in there. We just got to find it. So what I thought about was I said, good Lord, I need to find a way to reach out to us to where we have something to hold on to, something that we can relate to that brings us back to peace. And you know what I found out it was? Clearing barrel. Now you may say, hold on, is there a gas leak in this room or something? No, there's not. Hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, you remember when you came off a convoy, you were tired, you were beat down, and the last thing you did before you knew you were going to be safe was go to the clearing barrel. And everybody who's been on a military base, you know when you went from one fob or one cop to another, when you got on that big military base where they served chicken nuggets and maybe some ice cream, you knew you were safe. You knew you were at peace. You were calm for a minute. So I want to take you to that place by having you remember the first step to getting to that place was the clearing barrel. So what did you do? You got out of your truck, you lined up at the clearing barrel, and let's go through the steps together in our mind. Place the tip of the weapon in the clearing barrel. Drop the magazine. Pull your bolt to the rear. If you're on red status, you watch the round eject. Check the bore of the weapon. Make sure it's clear. Grab the round. Put the round in your magazine. Put the magazine back in your pouch. Ride the bolt of the weapon forward. Place the weapon on safe. Put it over your back with the barrel facing down. That was your symbol that you were in a safe place. So what I want us to do is build on that and understand this. Whenever you're let's say you're at work and you're in a meeting. And in this meeting, you got one decision that needs to be made. And everybody in here is taking forever to make this decision. And you feel it coming. You're getting ready to go from amber to red. You can feel it. You're hulking up. You're like, oh man, I cannot believe we're wasting all this time. Time out. Remember, everybody didn't go through what we went through. Everybody didn't get trained the way we got trained. Doesn't make them any better or worse than we are. They lived in a different world than we went in. So instead of snapping, instead of screaming, instead of storming out of the room, let's find our portal home. You guys remember in the Matrix, whenever stuff started getting crazy, they'd pick up a phone and they had to dial and somebody would pick up and then that would get them to safety. Well, our little matrix thing is going to be that clearing barrel. And I want you in your mind, while you're watching this video, when you feel yourself getting ready to get fired up, run your mind through the clearing barrel. Just think about it. Place my weapon in the tip of my weapon in the barrel. drop my magazine, pull my bolt to the rear, watch the round eject, pick up the round, put it in my magazine, put the magazine in my pouch, check the bore, ride the weapon forward, place the weapon on safe, put it over my back. Now, you remember that was your safe place. You knew it. When you did that, wherever base you were, you finally made it home. That means you were either going to lay down and rest to get ready for the next cycle, or you were going to go to, you had made it to one of those big fobs, and you knew that when you did this, I was going to get a shower finally. I was going to eat some chicken nuggets or turkey nuggets, and I was going to get some ice cream. I didn't know, I couldn't read what the hell was on the wrapper, but I know if it was brown, it was chocolate. If it was white, it was vanilla. If it was red, it was either cherry or strawberry, but I didn't care. If I was going to die going back home, I wanted some ice cream first. So remember that. When you start feeling yourself getting fired up, take your mind to the clearing barrel. Clear it out. Pull that round out your head. Let it relax. Put yourself back on safe. Look around the room. Understand that it came from a different environment. You're going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Remember, the road isn't going to blow up on you going home. Nobody's going to shoot at you outside. You're in a safe place. You're going to be okay. So, to whoever's listening to this, if you need to hear this, stop doing something stupid right now. Put that down. If you know you shouldn't be drinking, stop. That's only going to make stuff worse. If you're doing anything else, put it down. Take a minute. Take your mind to the clearing barrel. Clear your thoughts. Reset yourself. The whole thing here is, when we went to war, they rewired us one way. It's just like a car that somebody's done all these modifications to, and you want to bring it back to original restoration. Guess what? It's a process. All right? You watch those people who get these pit bulls that people have been fighting, and then they take them and they reprogram them, and all of a sudden they're this big loving dog that's all happy and enjoying life just like any other dog. That's us. All right? Somebody used us to fight with. We were pure fighting dogs. Nobody medicates these animals. They just reprogram them through love, kindness, showing them the opposite of what they learn, and they slowly reprogram them. Listen to what I'm telling you. You watch the shows on TV. You can go to the pit bulls and parolees if you want to watch it. Nobody shoots the freaking dogs up with drugs and then says, well, there you go. That's a good pit bull right there. No. They reprogram it. The reason why the military doesn't want to go that route is because it's long. Man, some of us have been programmed to fight. I've been fighting since 1991. 91 is when I first went to war at the age of 19. 30 years of my life, I was wired to fight. I enjoyed it. I'm not ashamed to say it, and you guys shouldn't be either. We enjoyed it. Some of us did. It became our life. Now it's not our life. We need to rewire ourselves. It's a process. For those of you who can't forgive yourselves, why was it, why did I live? Why I'm the only one that made it? Why did my buddy die? All right, look, listen. Everybody who tries out for Special Forces doesn't make it. Everybody who tries out for Airborne doesn't make it. Everybody who tries out for Air Assault doesn't make it. Now, hang on. Don't think I'm crazy. Let me tie this in for you. Those who make it and those who survive, they become part of those elite organizations. All right? We made it. We joined. We fought. We made it back. Some of us who go through more than others, just like in these special operations and whatever, when you find out that you've done more than others, they make you trainers. You come back and you train the next group. Now you say, how could my traumatic experience that happened to me be anything of any benefit? Because you survived. You can help someone else in your same situation to survive. I'm trying to reach out to those who I can reach. Now, like I said, I haven't gone through as much. As I haven't lost an arm. I didn't lose eyesight. I didn't get something blown off of me or set on fire. But I can reach those who's at my level. I can kind of reach those a little bit level above me. But for those of you who lost an arm or you lost something, there's somebody out there who's lost an arm or a leg or an eye who thinks they have nothing left. They don't need to be here anymore. You can be that encouragement for them. You can find your purpose through your suffering. You can repurpose that pain to get somebody relief. You can help one another. And I'm not sitting here trying to be the only one to help us go back to green. I need other people to join me. Other people who suffered. You lost an arm. You watched somebody get split in half. Those are the guys that never get off red. They need help. They need to see someone that's like them. Someone that suffered like them who's making it. Just like the people who are in my position who suffer the anxiety, the aggravation, the instant temper flares. You see someone like me, you see I'm doing okay, you see I'm doing all right. I mean, if I can encourage you, I want to encourage you that, hey, we can rewire ourselves. Hey, I don't have good days every day. I'm not sitting there like I'm bleach white, like I'm freaking, I'm awesome. No. I have days that suck. Pure suck. When my father passed away, that was the worst year of my life. And guess what? Some people at work just didn't get it. My father meant everything to me. Everything. And that, piled up with the other junk I was dealing with, man, almost took me out. But I survived. And instead of me saying, why, Lord? Why didn't I? Why? He showed me why. I need you to help someone else. So that's what I'm doing. So I want us to remember this. This is how we're going to get back to green. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a licensed psychologist. I'm just telling you what worked for me, and if you want to try it, give it a try. In your mind, when you feel yourself getting wound up, you're getting ready to go from amber to red, go back to green. Drop your magazine, put it back in your pouch, think about the clearing barrel, put yourself in that happy place knowing that I'm either going to go in my bunk and go to sleep, I'm going to get me a hot shower for the first time in a long time, I'm going to use a toilet that's got a lid on it that can flush, I'm going to go to this big dining facility and eat nuggets till I pass out, go into a food coma. Think about that. Think about the happy times playing dominoes, the happy times playing cards, the conversations you have with your friends. Do not meditate on the bad. Meditate on the good. Meditate on your happy space. Think about it. And while everybody's arguing in a meeting over who's going to go where, when it's over and they ask you your opinion, you might say, hey, anybody feel like eating chicken nuggets? Because I sure the hell do right now. So think about that, guys, girls. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine. I want everyone to think about that. Listen, 22 veterans commit suicide each day. 3.6% of them, I don't know how you get 3.6 or 3.86 of another human being, but 3.86 of them on active duty commit suicide. So, officers, NCOs, troop your line. Don't be afraid to ask a soldier, hey, are you doing all right, warrior? And be sincere about it, because if they can tell that sincerity, that soldier may just take a chance on you and tell you what the heck's wrong with them. And if you change one life, you've done so much. All right? If you help extend someone else's lives, a lot of times that gratitude is back on you and your life's extended. All right? So reach out. Don't be afraid. Love you guys. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. I'm going to see what manifests in my mind to help us get to green. And we're going to keep this Get to Green movement going. All right. Support your veterans. Support your VFW. Support your American Legion. Love you guys. Out.